That kid's got more moves than a U-Haul.
This week on iTunes, it's Long Johns in June that make you sick just in time for summer, a sizzling new duet from Lawrence Maxwell and Brooke MacArthur, and after an interview with the members of 30 Russell, you'll have their number. Yous ready, PEI? Let's get her done! Hello, Prince Edward Island. I am your host, Adam Michael James, and you are listening to iTunes for the week of June 23rd, 2024. Summer is officially here in case the calendar and that midweek heat wave we had didn't make it clear enough for you. And what's PEI in the summer without bands and solo artists storming stages all over the province? Have your day planners ready. Oh, iCalendar works too, because before this hour is done, I'll give you lots of dates and times of island concerts to fill them with. Now, it's customary for music artists to record songs first so they have something to play in their shows, and I've got another grouping of these guys I've picked out just for you, of varying genres and eras, of course, because that's just how iTunes rolls, you know? This first song of the episode is one I probably should have put in front of you 3 weeks ago because it was cold, wasn't it? That chilly snap has probably slipped out of your mind already, but it's not unusual for those to happen at the beginning of June, so much so that this artist captured it in song. I could tell you his name right off, but what fun would that be? It's not like you don't already know him. He's featured on albums and stages galore and been in his own bands. He teaches guitar, his sax playing is second to none, and he was responsible for the book Global Chorus, 365 Voices on the Future of the Planet in Support of Our Environment. Yeah, good guess. He's Todd McLean, and not only is he a force in island music and for the earth, the guy's a big goofball. And hey, it takes one to know one. His humor comes shining through in the title track of his 2018 album, well, Long John June. And what do you know? June rhymes with iTunes.
Long John June, la Long John June, la 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 John June. Long John June, la Long John June, la 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 John June.
It's cold, but it's June. I'm confused. I mowed the lawn today with my parka on. It's really damn cold. Like, I went to go sniff some lilacs and my nose froze. Seriously, I don't understand. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but there seems to be someone repeatedly whispering in my ear, and that's kind of freaking me out. Do you hear that too? They keep saying Long John June. Yeah, we get it already. We're wearing freaking long johns in the month that summer begins. Yeah, I admit it, it's messed up. Seriously, I live in PEI, and all I want this time of year is to be able to go to Richard's Takeout and get a lobster roll and go eat it on a picnic table near the water without freezing my buns off. Is that too much to freaking ask? Yeah, it's Long John June, all right. Will it ever be bathing suit July? Who knows? I'm going inside.
from wearing long johns the last week of spring to being sick for the summer. The latest punky funky jam by Club Rat here on iTunes. This club's exclusive members are Phil McIsaac, Keith Baglow, and Peter Rankin. He's the son of Alan Rankin, if that surname sounds familiar. The ratty track you just heard is the B-side, well, electronic B-side anyway, to Club Rat's single Whack Out, the dropping of which happened at the beginning of the year. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say rat and dropping in the same sentence. Apologies, Alberton. Besides, this trio only wants to cause an infestation in island sound systems. I'm gonna guess that here on the island, a lot of songs are like flowers and that they're clearly planted in earlier months, but they sprout up into full bloom once summer hits. How else to explain the burgeoning bouquet of new music we're getting lately? And if one PEI country artist isn't good enough for you, how about two for the price of one? Lawrence Maxwell has certainly been sowing them seeds. Just a few weeks ago, he released his single Pouring Out My Heart, a musical response to his bad experience with Air Canada that had him pouring out the Bordens. Doesn't sound as good as pouring out the Benjamins, but you get the idea. Sir Maxwell is already back with a feature from Brooke MacArthur, who's released 4 country singles since 2020 and has graduated from performing at local talent shows as a 12-year-old to tearing up the Cavendish Beach Music Festival. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, eat your hearts out. We've got Lawrence Maxwell and Brooke MacArthur with What You See in Me. What I see as a reason for an
iTunes World Premiere.
Thought I knew what a smile was. I've been wearing one for so long, I almost forgot what's behind it. It's true, it was you that brought me out of my shell. Hell, look where it got me. A puddle in the ocean, muddling emotion. I've been known to go a little outside the lines. I'm fine this time, stop asking. Mr. Independent, I got good at pretending like, oh, I'm so scared, and oh, you don't care, and oh, I'm not used to love like this, but baby, I don't know what you see in me. I don't know what you see in me.
I thought I knew what a laugh was till you really brought it out of me. When I was out of my mind, rolling on the floor, you snuck in and I love you more and talked me down, 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 down. It's kinda nice that my friends all like you. That's new for me, I might do something crazy, like give you my heart, baby.
Oh, I'm so scared, and oh, you don't care, and oh, I'm not used to love like this, but baby, I can see it in your eyes, feel it in my bones. Still I can't find the right words to say, hiding all my thoughts and all the best parts of myself away. I don't know what you see in me. I don't know what you see in me. You're as pretty as a late June rose. Can't count the way I love you on my fingers and toes, 'cause I'm running out of real estate.
You're as bold as a big blue sky, stronger than the sun, soft as a child, tender in my mind.
It's finally time that we wake up to find what we've been hiding. Show me your heart, I'll show you mine. There ain't no shame in trying. I can see it in your eyes, feel it in my bones. I finally found the right words to say, sharing all the scars, the stories of our hearts written on the page. Now I know what you see in me. Now I know what you see in me.
That's the brand new one from Lawrence Maxwell featuring Brooke MacArthur. Isletunes proud to debut What You See in Me. Lawrence is really on a roll lately. At this rate, he'll have a double album worth of new stuff out by the end of the year. Slow down a little, would ya? I can't keep up with ya. Just kidding, my dude. Keep 'em coming. Coming up, Fish Den makes a call for more love. A double shot of Island LGBTQ artists, and 30 Russell rocks the Isletunes house. You might know your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Damn, now that's making me hungry for some Chef Boyardee. But do you know your island whens and wheres? Put your knowledge of this place up against the calendarically appropriate events I'm here to tell you about in This Week in PEI History. June 26, 1873. As per an imperial order in council, Prince Edward Island was officially admitted into the Dominion of Canada, with the effective date being, as you know, 5 days later, on July 1st. June 26, 1830. England's King George IV died at the age of 67. Colorful dude, George. He had to take over for his mentally ill father and had buku side pieces despite being married. Still being a British colony, PEI was, as you'd expect, affected by George's death and his succession by younger brother William IV, though news didn't reach the island until August. June 28, 1837. Alas, Willie didn't last long. He died just 7 years after ascending to the throne, and on this date was succeeded by none other than Queen Victoria, the coronation of whom was celebrated in Charlottetown. Girlfriend had it going on. She lasted 63 years.
We are not amused.
Yeah, cool it, Vicky. June 28, 1769. The island split off from Nova Scotia and established its own government. Of course, then the island was still of the St. John's variety. It wouldn't be called Prince Edward Island for another 30 years.
Hey yo, from the streets to the dunes, you're now rocking with the prototype live on Isletunes, you dig?
Isletunes content warning. Listener discretion is f***ing advised.
Yeah. Slow. Cooking. Okay. Cooking. I'm chilling with this one. Roots. Literal elaboration of my mind. Giving you dimes, Charlie is one of a kind. Giving you rhymes steady, I'm one with the beat. Heat on top of heat, I'm strapped my nigga look. But don't be shook, I've been packing since baby Jesus. Vibing, I'm styling, my swag is so infectious. I like to play, I spread it out, I'm so facetious. I like to play, I learn, I'm quiet, that is how I know. Curving, dodging, maybe even jogging or sprinting around the juggle like energy that is layered with chemistry. Fuck around, never like cleverly. Bust her down once, bust on my nigga move. Bitches be acting sly, but the good girls on the low. Niggas be niggas, I don't really fuck with them hoes. I like my own vibes, connect and jolly flows. Open force, it's a drip, I think, or so it goes. That was a long one. I got it though. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Or so it goes. Or so it goes. I'm back, man. Or so it goes. Or so it goes. Okay, let's get it. Or so it goes. I start with flows that make the beat sound like cold flows from AJ. Soon I be doing all the shows of vacay. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. At this point you're waved up, you cannot refuse. You're kinda cool, you're G'd up, you cannot diffuse. Summertime is sweet love all in the streets. Better use a condom or you're fucking with kids. The hunger is real, bro, I run to the needs. I'm whipping up some breakfast covered in cheese. Sipping on the trees while I flex on the beat. Molasses like, molasses like. Hey, or so it goes, or so it goes. I'm done with flows. Molasses like. Root.
getting sticky on iTunes with C. Ruth and his Cut Molasses Like 2, the second of 4 like-numbered tracks on his 2019 Molasses Like album. Mr. Ruth's moniker is there to honor his mother Ruth, though the C for Charles he comes by naturally. The Nigerian-born rapper has released tons of singles and EPs since bursting onto the island scene 5 years ago, and he's now a driving force of the Music PEI award-winning Afrobeat sextet The Umbrella Collective. June is Pride Month, well, pretty much everywhere except PEI, where we acknowledge and celebrate members of the LGBTQ+ community in July. But hey, I'm all for being different, why the hell not? You might think of Pride as just a bunch of people flying rainbow flags during a random time of year, but the event is traditionally in June because, on June 28, 1969, New York police, who were tasked with shutting down gay bars in that metropolis, raided the Stonewall Inn, during which a crowd assembled outside. A drag queen being thrown out of the bar whacked a cop over the head with her purse and got clubbed with a baton, as did a lesbian who dared to complain that her handcuffs were too tight. When she exhorted said crowd to do something, they did, and the Stonewall riots quite literally sparked a movement which started with activist groups, and don't we have a lot to thank the Stonewallers for? PEI is particularly accepting for the most part of non-binary folks and those of different sexual orientations, though from what I can gather, there are only so many LGBTQ+ music artists here. Hint, you're listening to one. All the more reason to provide a rainbow spotlight then. Montreal native Brandon Howard Roy has been called the love child of Mika and Freddie Mercury, and his debut single Little Reasons came out, pardon the pun, in 2019. This was followed by his first album, Tough Stuff, in 2021, and he's released more singles since to tide us over until the rollout of his sophomore effort, which should hit any time now. Here is one of those singles, a directive not only to the dance floor, but to the universe. Give Me Love, from Brandon Howard Roy on iTunes. Happy Pride!
My demons dressed in different clothes, but they all act the same. They creep up from under the ground, hold me in one place. I'ma try to fight, can you tell me where to start? I just gotta find the light to scare away the dark. Things would be different if I just had the love. just give me love. Please just give me love. Give me love.
Les hommes oubliés, ils se mettaient à parler. Pensez à eux, au monde attireux. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire pour envier ces peurs noires? Ouvrir son cœur, ouvrir son cœur.
Mais ce que le monde a besoin, c'est beaucoup d'amour. Ce qu'on a besoin, c'est plus d'amour. That's what we all need, more love. That's what we all need. That's what we all need.
How's that for an unofficial iTunes rock block? Brandon Howard Roy with Give Me Love and More Love from Vishten. The multi-award-winning Acadian combo is celebrating their 20th anniversary this year as their self-titled debut album was unveiled in 2004. They could have easily hung up the fiddles, accordions, and guitars after the lamentable passing of co-founder Pascal Leblanc 2 years ago, but surviving members Emmanuel Leblanc and Pascal Muse took that tragedy and morphed Vishten into Vishten Connexion as a way of honoring Pastel. The song you just heard from their recently released collection Expansion was one of many collaborations, this one from Six Hearts, featuring Tim Chasen and Jake Charon of the East Pointers. Other artists joining Pascal and Emmanuel on the album include Catherine McClellan, Rowan Gallant and Jessie Perriard of 10 Strings and a Goatskin, and Julie Pelissier-Lush. You can catch Visten Connexion as part of the Under the Spire Festival at the historic St. Mary's Church in Indian River on August 23rd. Jumping back to June 23rd, the date of this episode, and circling back to another queer island artist, Poet Laureate Tanya Davis is performing her Mass for Shutout show at the aforementioned Under the Spire Festival today at 2 p.m. if you happen to catch this before then. If that's too much short notice for you, you're going to miss what sounds like an awesome performance, but I can give you something that's by no means a consolation prize. As a writer and an interdisciplinary artist, Tanya has gifted us with a video poem, 2 books, and 4 albums, not to mention her most recent release, last year's single, The Web. Let's journey back through her discography for this one. Following her CDs of 2006 and 2008, 2010 saw her album Clocks and Hearts Keep Going realized, and this tune is certainly in line with keeping going. It's easy to get stuck in pain and the past after the figurative or literal death of something or especially someone, and oftentimes the only way out is through. The musical advice prescribed by Tanya Davis is mourn your losses, and it's administered by isletunes.
Mark it with a cross, place upon it a stone. For all the loves you lost, the ones who let you go. And you could take a walk there, you could weep and mourn for the buried bones you're never gonna hold. Pick a pretty spot, you might wanna come there often. High on a cliff top where there are waves for watching. And if the spirits talk, there is wind as haunting as her voice is calling for love that has died, for love that you tried. Love is denied and you don't know why. Oh, oh, ooh. You could go stand upon the grave, bow your head, remember things, but you must let go your embrace, mourn your losses, then love again. Oh, pick a daisy chain and throw the petals in the air. Feel the pain again and be grateful it is there. Name the names that made you know your heart is something that you share. And every fine tear, all the sadness you wear, all the breakups you bear, brought you to here. Oh, oh, ooh.
From 2010, Tanya Davis and Mourn Your Losses on iTunes. It's poetry you get to listen to instead of read, and it doesn't give you paper cuts. Still to come, Island Fiddling dating back to 1976, Mama Songbird feathers her nest with a dream, and 30 Russell rocks out and talks about their beautiful new second album. Tanya Davis is the first Island artist to headline the Under the Spire Festival, and trust me, there's more to come in the next couple of months, but for now, you'll have to settle, if you can actually call it settling, for the bounty of PEI's practitioners of performance in this audio almanac I like to call Gigs to Dig across Prince Edward Island. Today's Sunday, June 23rd. It's the closing party for the Festival of Small Halls at Copper Bottom with surprise festival performers, of course, at Copper Bottom Brewing in Montague. Also today, Rick Sparks and Danny Druin are at Lone Oak Brewing Company in Borden, and the Diverse City Festival is happening at the Confederation Landing Park. Monday, June 24th, that's tomorrow, Gordon Belcher kicks off his Back Home Tonight series at Stanley Bridge Hall, and he's going to be there every Monday through September 16th. Wednesday, June 26th, Michael Pendergast and Tom McSwiggan start their Summer Kaylee series Wednesdays through August 28th at Malpeque Hall and Thursdays at Stanley Bridge Hall. Wednesday, June 26th, Dan Dwarin is at Port Charlottetown and Brooke MacArthur is at the PEI Brewing Company. She'll also be there the following night. Thursday, June 27th, Lenny Gallant is at King's Playhouse in Georgetown and DOA with Mill Crimes, and Cell Death is at the Trailside Music Hall. Friday, June 28th, Sarah Hagen is at St. Paul's in Charlottetown, and Lenny Gallant is back at the Harborfront in Summerside. Also happening June 28th, Dan Dwarin is at Founders Hall. Saturday, June 29th, Richard Wood, an evening of Celtic music, starts at Stanley Bridge Hall, and he will be there on Saturdays. Also on June 29th, it's back-to-back Dan Dwarin. First, he starts off with music on the deck on the Holiday Island Ferry, going from Wood Islands to Caribou, back to Wood Islands, and later on that evening, he will be at the Old Triangle in Charlottetown. Also happening Saturday, June 29th, Corey Gallant and the Red Dirt Posse. They're playing at the Stompin' Tom Center in Skinner's Pond. Looking into next week, July 1st, Canada Day, LaFunk is at Victoria Park, and Brooke MacArthur is at Credit Union Place in Summerside as part of their Canada Day performances. July 4th, Rick Sparks and Danny Druin are at the Pilot House in Charlottetown. Also happening starting July 4th, Rhythms and Stories of the Red Earth, starring the Mi'kmaq Heritage Actors. They are at the Confederation Center Outdoor Amphitheater Monday through Friday at noon until July 26th. July 5th, Adam Robbins is with KM, Bodine, K-Flow, and DJ Bigger Beats at Baba's Lounge. Also July 5th, at the Cavendish Beach Music Festival, Julia Robichaux is on the Emerging Artist stage, Ben Chase is on the main stage, and Kira Lone is on the Colliding Tides kitchen stage. And finally, July 6th, Vatir is at Baba's Lounge.
Hello, everybody. This is Patricia Richard from Montcarmel, PEI, from Siren Imatulu, and you're listening to iLetunes.
In that island, there are no stones, unless they are quarried with great labor from the earth, and these are all red sandstone. In a spirit of reckless pride, I imported a white stone for a doorstep. A tall man could lie upon it. Many visitors came to view the wonder. Amongst the visitors was Pat Bulger, the last of the violinists, who discerned at once the essential utility of the stone. He brought his fiddle and played a long composition of his own to his entire satisfaction. The resonant stone gave the effect of a complete orchestra.
celebrated island fiddler Faber MacDonald from the 1976 Caledonian Club of Prince Edward Island album Island Scotch, between each song of which was a spoken interlude like the one you heard before the number. Faber's ditty, My Wife is a Wanton Wee Thing, is a Scottish traditional tune. Google turned up nothing about it, but it might have ties to England and Ireland as well. As for Faber, born in Little Pond in Kings County out near Annandale, calling him the fiddling father wouldn't be inaccurate. He entered the priesthood in 1963, but that didn't make him put down his bow, and by 1976 he was a founder of the Prince Edward Island Fiddler Society. Though ultimately he was called to churches in Newfoundland and New Brunswick, he returned to the island to retire and passed away in 2012. Some call her Mama Songbird. You might say she's a beacon of island music. Yeah, I know, groaner. Deal with it. But Angie Arsenault isn't for the birds. She's a vocal coach extraordinaire who's 1/4 of the Roots Project, a French-English quartet formed with her mother, brother, and sister. As a solo singer-songwriter, Angie has an EP and 2 LPs to her name. In fact, she holds the honor of being the first Canadian recording artist to successfully raise the cost of producing and releasing a full-length album through crowdfunding back in 2009. While we're on that year, how about we visit that album fans were good enough to pony up for, Once Upon a Dream? No, it's not a cover of the song that came from the classic Disney cartoon Sleeping Beauty. It's a disc full of soulful, slow-burning pop rock epics, and there's no sleeping through the way Angie belts them out. Here's the title track, wafting through the dreamy, island-only musical landscape called Isletunes.
Shadows are lengthening, replacing the sun. Footsteps behind me, but there is no one. Evening whispers have come here to haunt me, calling my name while I try to escape from my mind. Never been closer to the edge before. Never felt such a fear for the fall.
Angie Arsenault on All Tunes with Once Upon a Dream, the title cut of her 2009 album. Dreaming of more Angie awesomeness? There's still metal to be meted out, as heralded by her most recent single, 2020's Vesuvius. But keep up the patience. Y'all know volcanoes don't blow until they're good and ready. The wait is over, however, for this island band who's just exploded with their second album in 2 years. And cheeky bloke that I am, I got to interrupt one of their rehearsals to talk about the new record that is anything but by the numbers. The address is 30 Russell. The recipient is iTunes. Well, if the heat wave we've experienced the past week is any indication, summer is officially here, so why not keep going with that theme and wrap with some rockers of summer, side that is. Even though the five-man band 30 Russell just hit the island with their debut album last year, they are back already with their newest work, Beautiful Tragedy, so we're going to dig into what's beautiful about that. And if the name 30 Russell sounds familiar, but you didn't know they released albums, it's because they started off as a live show on social media. And we're going to get to that as well. Thanks to the magic of Zoom, coming into iTunes Studios, otherwise known as my basement, I am able to bring you 30 Russell. How's it going, boys?
Good.
We're doing great,
Very
Adam.
good.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Nice to see all y'all. Now, why don't you introduce yourselves and tell us what part of the band you make up in no particular order?
I'm Darren Ramsey Bigger. I'm the lead singer for 30 Russell.
Josh Bennett, lead guitar player.
Hey, I'm Devin Painter. I play drums.
Tony Albert, rhythm guitar.
Travis McKinnon, bass guitar.
Nice. That's all five of you. How about you help me take the iTunes listeners through the 30 Russell journey? I'll start you off. Darren, Tony, you guys started playing together when you were still in high school, right? And that led to the original roster coming together 2018-ish and the current lineup gelling 2 summers ago. Have I got that right?
Kind of. Me and Tony met in 2002. And we started writing songs. Yeah, we started writing songs back in 2002.
How'd y'all get together?
Kitchen parties.
Yeah. Like we just all started hanging around here at 30 Russell, right? And everybody's got the reason we went with the name 30 Russell, everybody's kind of got a story about here, right? You know? So it was kitchen parties. We wrote the songs here. When I moved out, Tony moved in 30 Russell. I moved back to 30 Russell. Now we're both back at 30 Russell.
So tell me more about the band's beginnings as a live show on social media. How did that come about?
Well, we're just sitting here. You know what? This is how it started. We're sitting here one night. It was Christmas Eve. I just moved back to Summerside to the house here, 30 Russell. I lived in Hunter River and I moved back home. I still had this house. So we moved back here and we're sitting here one night and we just created a Facebook group. We started it with just me and Tony as members. And we had the idea to showcase island entertainment. And there's a lot, as you know, you do this, like it's a lot of work that goes into it.
Yes, it is.
We did 81 live shows out of our living room. But when COVID happened, COVID actually worked against us.
Oh,
because
really?
we couldn't have people in our house. But we promoted a lot of people out of here. Like someone come on our show, and then by midnight, there's like 15,000 views locally.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy. 260 shares, just because, and as you know, it's hard to get shares on a good story. Something positive is hard to get shares on. Yeah. Everybody will share something negative right away, right? But to try to share something positive and get that kind of shares and views.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So how did you make the transition from that to releasing material?
Well, we were always going to release material. We've been cutting demos since 2002, Tony and I. And the boys are all in other bands too, right? They're in other projects and stuff like that. You know, we were always planning to cut an album. That was our whole goal, was to cut. We didn't think we'd do 2 in 16 months, but here we are.
Yeah. So are you guys still going to do the live shows over Facebook the way you've been doing, or is that kind of done now that you've got recorded material?
We're talking about doing some this summer for our band, and then maybe getting guest people in too. And also,
I'm speaking with the members of the Summerside outfit 30 Russell, who have just released a new album, Beautiful Tragedy. But first, let's talk about your first album, Drive. Your sound has been influenced by 70s and 80s rock and blues acts, right?
Yeah, we all bring something different to the table. Like the boys are in metal bands, and they're in really good metal bands. they're in tribute bands, they're in punk rock bands. So yeah, we all got different, and like, you know, Devin, our drummer Devin, he's an amazing guitar player too. Like he plays bluegrass, and Tony grew up in bluegrass. Travis and Josh, like they're great, excellent metal players. And if you maybe I get them to do some talking. Here's Travis.
Hey, man.
Travis. So you guys have some metal influences and bluegrass and all kinds of stuff going on in there.
Yeah, man. I'm like a heavy metal redneck nerd.
That is a genre all by itself, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Nice. And I guess it would have been easy after releasing Drive to just let some time pass before going into the studio. But like Darren said, you just done another album in 16 months. You're getting on par with Prince. You know, the way he comes every year. What made you decide to record again so soon?
The boys just had the material and we just threw it all together and said, let's do it again. And we're hoping to make a third one in a year if we can.
Wow, that is prolific. Nice.
That's a little bit ambitious, but we're trying.
Well, you guys had some success with something about a 6-string on the Canadian Indie Country Countdown charts, right?
Yes, we did, yeah.
How far up did that get?
Number 5 in Canada.
Number 5 in Canada. That's what Darren just said, 5 in Canada.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to pass you over to Josh.
So do you think there's a unified sound between the two albums? Is there something that's different about Beautiful Tragedy than there is about Drive?
There's definitely a lot more acoustic work on Beautiful Tragedy. For me as lead guitar player, like kind of tapped in some different vibes than I kind of put forward on the first album.
Cool. And you guys have the physical album out now, but the streaming availability is going to be more staggered, right?
Yeah, we're going to release it like a couple of singles at a time sort of deal rather than putting the whole thing up at once.
Cool. Where can people get the physical album now?
You can contact anyone from within the band on our Facebook group as well, or you can literally just pop by 30 Russell in Summerside, and I'm sure Darren will hook you up with a copy.
Now, you guys are going to be part of the emerging artist lineup at Cavendish Beach Music Festival, which is quite the coup. So congrats there. What can fans expect from that set? And do you guys have other shows happening this summer as well?
Yeah, we always have tons of shows going through it this summer. Real booked everywhere. As far as the Cavendish set goes, you can expect like a mix of both of our albums. We're kind of trying to pick our favorite songs out of the two albums, and we're going to play them all that day.
You guys probably have some of the newer stuff already recorded, so you're probably going to preview that too, I'll bet.
Yeah. There's one song in particular, 2 songs actually one that we'll be playing that day for sure. That's not actually on either album yet. So I'm going to hand you off to Devin here for a second.
Okay.
I'm Devin. I'm the drummer anyway. We just released that new album. We're super pumped about that. And like this year playing Cavendish Beach Music Festival, right? Also some other gigs already booked and more on the way. We're going to be playing at the Fox as well as Spinnaker's Landing.
Cool.
And Brackley Car Show. We were fortunate enough to have already played a show there, and we're going to be playing there again towards the end of the summer. And Founders Hall is another one. Founders Hall as well.
That's great. This is all opportunities to push the new album.
Yeah, for sure.
As well.
And we just hope we come out and have a good time.
Oh, nice.
Adam, anybody wants a copy of that CD, they can just Beautiful Tragedy or Drive. They can just contact any group member, like the boys said. We're super pumped with Beautiful Tragedy because we didn't put as much pressure this time. When people buy a CD off a local artist, whether it's us or anyone, it helps us do future projects because in the streaming network, there's no money in the streaming network.
That's right.
Like, you know,
that's right.
But it's good great in other ways for people that might not have known you. You know what I mean? To get your music out there. And we just want to show people what we got, that we're not just these guys that can write a couple songs and cut singles. We want to show people that we cut albums. Our songwriting's getting better. We're getting tighter, and we're super excited about that, right? We got 10 songs on this one. Last album, we had 9. This album, we got 5 fast songs. We got 4 slower songs. And we got one our song Down in Cavendish. It's right in the middle, like, you know, between fast and slow. So we're looking forward to playing that at the Cavendish Beach Music Festival.
And funny you should mention that, because that's what we're going to play here on iTunes.
Yes. And we want to say thank you to you too, because we know we've done that 30 Russell Live, and we know the work that you're putting in to make this happen for Islanders. Yeah, so we know what you do, and we want to We appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Like I said, I know that you cut into your rehearsal time and we had some technical stuff happening, so you guys need to get back to your rehearsing. But for now, for you guys, we are going to play, like I said, the new track from Beautiful Tragedy. This is Down in Cavendish, wrestling up some 30 Russell on iTunes. Thanks, guys. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All the summer nights, the sky was so blue. We were down in Cavendish, listening to the tunes. All the summer nights, the dreams that we shared. It was just me and you. It was just me and you. Just me and you. Just me and you. We were down in Cavendish. Just me and you. All the summer nights, the sky was so blue. We were down in Cavendish, staring at the moon. All the summer nights, the dreams that we shared. It was just me and you. It was just me and you. Staring at the moon. Staring at the moon. We were down in Cavendish. Staring at the moon. All the summer nights, all the summer nights, all the summer nights, just me and you, just me and you. We were down in Cavendish, dazed and confused.
30 Russell with a rockin' representative sample of their new album Beautiful Tragedy. That's Down in Cavendish, throwing down on iTunes. Ironically, they're not going to be down in Cavendish in 2 weeks, but up in Cavendish, taking the emerging artist stage at the Cavendish Beach Music Festival, as you heard us talking about. 30 Russell is on the roster with Nick Donoff on July 7th. Julia Robichaux gets to rep PEI on the same stage when the festival begins July 5th. How are we talking about July already? Didn't I just dig myself out of a multi-foot driveway-long snowbank when the plow I hired didn't show up? Well, it's true, the summer sun is here, but being outside shouldn't preclude you from continuing to listen to the only podcast that plays nothing but music from PEI artists. Take me with you during your barbecues, swim parties, boating expeditions, and beach blanketing. Just make sure to load me up with some high-octane SPF because I burn easily. Seriously, you'll put this show on and your guests be like, "Hey, this jams, what are we listening to?" And you be like, "Why, iTunes, of course. You mean you haven't heard about it?" That helps get this show into more island ears because truly, I'm all about the ears with this podcast. It's a fetish. You can also help promote iTunes by sharing posts from its Facebook and Instagram pages. That's also where I make it a point to share links, which, if followed, will allow you to buy the music you hear in an episode. Come to think of it, those links also show up on iTunes.ca. What a coinky-dink. I always start the proceedings with a quintessentially island phrase delivered by an islander. This outing kicked off with one by Jackie Robichaux. If you'd like to add your own islanderism, just record yourself saying it and email it to amj@isletunes.ca, or you can leave it on a voicemail by calling 902-807-4250. These are also methods by which you can submit comments or requests or suggestions if you're so inclined. If you're liking this island-only content and you want to help support it, for which I would literally bow at your feet if I met you, that's actually surprisingly easy. Check the link in the description of this episode wherever you happen to be listening to it that says tinyurl.com/isletunes PayPal, which will take you to, quelle surprise, PayPal. You can donate a little or a lot, once or every day. I ain't gonna stop you. All monetary gifts go toward the production costs involved with putting out these episodes every week, 46 so far. The same goes if you become a subscriber on Patreon. It's just $5 a month and you get exclusive access to video content, extended artist interviews, and live performances both. Patreon.com/isletunes. Virtual busking over. Musical contribution to the iTunes theme by Kaylin McCauley and John Hashem. Show concept by Rocky O'Neill. Coordination assistance by Jackie Robichaux. I'm Adam Michael James, and once again I must take my leave of you. Terribly proper, don't you know? Next Sunday, well, how about some pre-Canada Day love from PEI artists? Yeah, I thought you'd like that. And we will do it all for the Dominion. No, not for minions. Every time I see those yellow yo-yos, I think it's time for me to take a vitamin. So until we next encounter each other over these soundwave transmissions, nourish yourselves with my special blend of vitamin B, as in be good. And if you can't be good at it. See you next week.